Alright then, ladies and gentlemen, we will now move on to the second MOU signing ceremony. First of all, I would like to invite Mr. Masazaki-san of Kibidango KK, also the Mr. Anazawa-san of Green Funding to the front for signing the second MOU, please. Please take your seat. Okay, please sign on the MOU in front of you. Okay, once you're done, please exchange. And in the meantime, while you are signing the MOU, I would like to invite the witness signing representative. 接下来呢，我们要邀请我们另外2位见证人哈，来麻烦请我们的赵姐，麻烦雷姐，麻烦请到我们的阿纳萨瓦长的旁边。来，麻烦请我们的奥斯卡上，来一样到我们的中间。OK。我们2位呢 MOU representative, please rise and hold your MOU, please. 来，请我们2个起身哦。来，我们2位见证者，我们留个位置给他们哦。好，那我们的赵姐，麻烦我们到旁边一下哈。来，那现在是我们的拍照的时间哈，在我们的见证者之下呢，我们完成了第2个 MOU 的签署喽。都好了吗？来，我们中间的摄影师。Okay, look at your right. 右手边 ，the camera to your right. Okay, the camera to your left. 左手边。好的，谢谢。Okay, now the ceremony has come to an right. 那我们现在把我们的桌子收起来喽。We are now pleased to announce the start of the iiiNNO Taiwan Tsutaya programs, program partners and pitch session. The talk sessions we are kicking off. At the beginning of the talk session, I would like to invite Mr. Otsuka-san, the Senior Manager of Tsutaya Taiwan, will give us a brief introduction.
はい、皆様こんにちは。台湾TAIWANの大塚と申します。よろしくお願いいたします。
各位嘉宾好，我是台湾鸟屋的大冢一马。
本日はお忙しい中、お足を運びいただきまして、誠にありがとうございます。
今天真的非常谢谢在大家百忙之中拨空来参加我们的活动。
はい、そして、ビデオメッセージいただきました、台湾の空市長、そして、福岡県の、高島市長、そして、産業発展局の李局長、誠にありがとうございます。
那也非常感谢特别发来这个讯息跟影像给我们的台北市柯市长，然后福冈市的市長以及刚刚有莅臨为我们来见证的这个林局長，也非常感谢他们今天的到訪。
はい、私たち、台湾TSUTAYAはですね、今現在台湾に7店舗出店しておりまして、来年の4月には11店舗になる予定でございます。
那目前我们台湾鸟屋在整个台湾全国已经有7家店的门市的展开，那预计到明年3月的话，应该会达到11家店。
はい。で、そしてですね、その僕ら台湾TSUTAYAはですね、このお店だけを作っているわけではありませんで、このようなですね、シェアラウンジのような、 空間型ビジネスというところにも取り組んでおります。
对，那我们台湾鸟屋做出来的，并不是大家只看到一般的这个书店，也包含现在大家在的这个 Share Lounge 这样的空间，带给大家不一样的感受，这也是我们其中的一个企划。
はい、このようにですね、私たちはですね、お店、そして空間ビジネスだけではなくて、さまざまな企画にチャレンジする企画会社でございます。
对，那我们整个集团呢，其实不仅是这个实体店的经营，或包含这个空间相关的这个 business， 其实我们在各个领域都有做多方的挑战。那我们自诩在自己是能成为一个非常好的企划公司。
はい、でその企画の一つとしてですね、今回、グリーンファンディング、そしてiiiNNOさんとともにこのような企画を立ち上げさせていただきました。
那我们的众多的挑战跟企划之中的其中的一环，就是今天我们特别跟这个iiiNNO新创还有 Green Funding 一起合作的这个企划活動。
はい、この企画はですね、僕らの思いとしては、この台湾にあるいいものですとかいい文化というものを日本にうまく進出支援をしたいというところが僕らの思いでございます。
对，那其实我们非常希望能透过这个企划达到一个目标，是把台湾好的东西或好的文化，能透过这个企划呢，把它推广到日本去。
はい、でそのような取り組みをですね、この、日本でクラウドファンディングをしているグリーンファンディングさん、そして、台湾ではですね、僕ら台湾ツタヤでその企業をサポートしていくんですけれども、そこをiiiNNOさんとチームを組みまして、日本進出というところのサポートをしてまいりたいと思っております。
对，所以这次特别跟了这个日本的这个 Green Funding 的这个群众的募资平台，还有在台湾跟很多新创事业有这个互动的iiiNNO新创三方一起做合作，来实践这个企划。
はい。このようなですね、取り組みに関しては台湾だけではなくて、日本のですね、今回もサポートしていただいている福岡市ではスタートアップカフェという形で私たちの会社とともに支援をさせていただいている、サポートをさせていただいているというところもございます。
对，那除了在台湾我们推广了这样的企划之外呢，其实我们在日本的福冈市，就这一次有给我们鼎力协助的福冈市，其实我们跟福冈市政府也有在新创这个部分有相当的合作。那我们是透过 Startup 这个咖啡这个品牌，然后一起来对这个新创提供相关的资源。
はい、このようにですね、日本と台湾の文化産業の架け橋となるように、今回の取り組み含めまして、しっかりとやってまいりますので、引き続き皆様と共に頑張ってまいります。よろしくお願いいたします。
所以非常希望能透过这次的企划，不管在台湾也好，日本也好，能对于各个企业的这个发展能尽一份心力。那也非常谢谢大家的莅临，然后往后也请大家多多给予指教跟支持，谢谢。
Okay, thank you, Oscar san. 谢谢呢，来自于鸟屋书店我们的 Oscar san. Okay, next, Mr. Masaki from our partner company, iiiNNO, will introduce the activities of iiiNNO. 次にパートナー企業のiiiNNO Inc. の松崎さんがiiiNNOの活動を紹介します。掌声欢迎我们的松崎さん。
Hello, everyone. My name is Ryota Matsuzaki from iiiNNO. Very nice to meet you, and thank you very much for Anazawa-san at Green Funding for inviting us to this event. So my topic is launch your product in Japan, and as part of the ecosystem, I'm honored to be here to be able to introduce ourselves and how we can support your effort. So this is my face without the mask. It's taken a few years ago, but as you can see, I like many, many gadgets and products from all over the world. I used to work for an investment bank doing M&A advisory, and then worked at Rakuten. So I've been here as part of the Rakuten Taiwan initiative very early on as well. And after I moved on, after around 2010, I became angel investor and started helping many startups. Startups usually don't have as much money, so I ended up investing in them and helped them fundraise and sort of scale their business. And that went on for a couple of years, but then I realized it's not scalable. How can I make my own sort of resources scale and be able to help support many entrepreneurs? That's when I met the founders at Kickstarter back in 2012. I met them and tried to persuade them to let's bring Kickstarter into Japan. They didn't buy that idea, but they encouraged me to start something on my own. So that's how I founded Kibidango, which is a crowdfunding platform, just like green funding. As you can see there, I also am an avid backer on many crowdfunding projects. So I so far backed over 500 campaigns on many platforms. I cannot tell my wife how much that costs, but that's a secret. So Kibidango is one of the leading platforms, just like green funding. We cater to many local businesses in Japan, as you can see here, from someone as big as Rico to an entrepreneur who wanted to create this music instrument, ended up raising as much as $600,000 US dollars. So in numbers, we've been working for 9 years as a platform and raised over $15 million on our platforms. We have more than 20 people. And this is one of the key elements in my talk today. But we've directly worked with many brands around the world to help bring 250 products into the Japanese market. So as you can tell, Japan is still a big opportunity. It's the third largest economy in the world. But when I talk to many people around launching their product in Japan, they always come up with one single answer. They all understand there are a huge opportunity in Japan. But then the challenge is they don't know how. They don't speak the language. They don't know the market. They don't have the bandwidth or resources to really sort of, commit to the market and sell their product or launch their product. So that's where we come in. So this is the underlying sort of challenges for entering Japan. And I think it's huge. Lack of market understanding, huge language barrier, lack of marketing resources, and, of course, retail and channel. It's really lucky that Tsutaya itself is holding this kind of event because Tsutaya itself is a large retail chain. But unless you have a good partner, it's going to be really challenging. So that's where we come in as one of the solutions. What we do is basically we provide all of the services for you to bring your product into the Japanese market. We do all the content localization. We launch crowdfunding campaigns as one of the ways for us to make buzz, to make a splash into the market. We do all the marketing and promotional campaigns ourselves, and we take care of retail distribution. So it's a true end-to-end service. And the good thing is that you don't have to pay anything up front. It's all success-based. So we only take a cut of the margin between the retail price and the wholesale price. And this is all the service that we provide from pre-launch till the retail and distribution service. It's a lot of things that it takes probably a good 30 minutes to talk about everything. But you would be able to tell it's a lot of effort that you will need to put into to be really successful to launch any product in the market. Our model is, once again, very simple. We only take margin between the retail price and the wholesale price that the maker provides. So in this graph, usually if a consumer pays $100 for a product, wholesale price is somewhere between 50 to 60%. There's a marketing cost, logistics cost, fulfillment cost, customer support, payment fees. Everything it will be something that we will take care of ourselves. We have a very solid and diverse management team with a very, very different background. I come from a finance and entrepreneur startup and e-commerce background. We have people from fintech and someone who's been in retail for many years. And also we have someone who's a third generation craftsman. So we have many, many interesting sort of people on our management team. Together, we also have the entire people of close to over 20 people in our team. And people who will be dealing with us will probably end up dealing with our buyer team. And we have Sarah from our company here today. So, and she's originally from Taiwan. So after this talk, please feel free to talk to me or to her. But our team consists of many, many sort of functions, including design, PR, online store, project management, logistics, you name it. And people from customer service are too shy to be here in this picture. And our customers are all over the world. From Singapore to UK and to Hong Kong and to Taiwan. But everything, after working with us, many of them sort of praise our services, that they had really fun working with us and they rely on our services. And now to the core discussion of how a crowdfunding platform ended up partnering with yet another crowdfunding platform, which is Green Funding, which is the leading sort of crowdfunding platform in Japan. We figured that there are many things that we share than just being a competitor. Because when you launch a campaign, there are many challenges, and it makes sense for us to join sort of forces, rather than to really sort of, try to compete against each other. So what we do today is that we have an ability to launch a single campaign on 2 platforms at the same time. And then we combine numbers together. So either way, whether people back a campaign on Green Funding or on Kibidango, that will be all in single bucket. So in the end, we will help double the audience and double the expertise. I would touch upon some of the case studies. This is a company from New York. DraftTop is a can top opener. It's not just a sort of, a can opener, but you would be able to open the entire can top. You can see the original Kickstarter campaign, which raised around $600,000 US. We, together with Green Funding, were able to raise more than $500,000, which is close to what the original campaign was. And then we were able to upsell the product on our online retail store going on. The second case is this Sticky Bones, which is a posing figure. One of the former employees at Pixar came up with the idea that he had a frustration that he couldn't be able to have a posing figure pose the way he wanted. So he came up with this idea and raised more than $1 million on Indiegogo. He came to us, and we were able to successfully raise more than $500,000 and close to $800,000 going forward on our retail store. Another and last example would be Cluebox out of Germany. This is as you can see, it's a wooden box. It's a puzzle box that you would almost think it's an escape game. This was very popular on Kickstarter. And then once we brought on to Japan, we were able to almost match the numbers in our third campaign. And if you can see the graph on the right side, the green graph bar is the Kickstarter, red bar is Kibidango and Green Funding, and blue bar is what we sold online. So if you combine the two numbers together, you can see that we far exceeded the number on Kickstarter. So this is the end of my presentation. I would love to continue talking to you and really talk about how we can help you to bring your product to the Japanese market. Thank you very much.
Okay, thank you, Mr. Matsuzaki-san. Let's give a big applause to Mr. Matsuzaki-san. The next one, we will have Mr. Anazawa-san of Green Funding will introduce the green funding and crowdfunding in Japan. 次にグリーンファンディングの穴澤さんは日本でグリーンファンディングとクラウドファンディングを紹介します。掌声欢迎。
Hi there. I'm so sorry for my trouble. I'm so sorry. So I will share with you the trends of marketing through crowdfunding. So let me briefly introduce Green Funding. So Green Funding is a crowdfunding platform of the CCC Group. The CCC Group operates the Tsutaya brand in Japan and Asia, as you see here today. So, and also operates T-Point, a loyalty program with 70 million users. So T-Point, a loyalty program with so increasingly crowdfunding is being used not simply as for the fundraising or as a pre-order, but as for the gathering marketing data before rolling out product in the marketplace. So we call this launch marketing. Crowdfunding is used for maximize the lifetime value of the product by gaining funds and listening to the customer feedback. Green funding is characterized by three things. One is high probability of project success. Two is the average amount of support achieved is high. So this is the store called Tsutaya Electrics, which attracts 7 million visitors a year. This store is a fusion of books and home electrics, like a comfortable home. Within this store, there is a hands-on store called Tsutaya Electrics Plus, where you can try out products that have not yet been released. So there, various manufacturers rent booths and set up their products. Customers visiting the booth can receive explanation about the products from the staff members who are knowledgeable about them. Some crowdfunding products are difficult to explain, but the staff will explain the appeal of the product to customers, so you can get honest and accurate feedback. So this type of interactive store is called retail as a service. And this business model has attracted attention around the world. Crowdfunding is an online platform. We have data on over 500,000 customers through around 4,000 projects, and 10 billion yen was sold. So more than 300,000 people receive our email newsletter, and with an open rate is 29%. The platform has a high number of users who are eagerly waiting for information about new products. So targeting data is important for advertising operation in SNS, and these previous data are used to support advertising operation in digital. So Green Funding also combines SNS advertising and retargeting to those who already visited the page once. This enables us to remind people who are considered the purchase of expensive products, so it will be able to convert them efficiently. And it is also possible to introduce YouTubers who are likely to get backers, depends on the product category, by having them try out the products ahead of time and give our review videos. You can communicate the advantage of the product. So we build ongoing relationship with YouTubers in various genres. So we have partnership with online and offline media, including CCC Group Media. And here is a few example of media promotion. So this is a project of the metal fabrication manufacturing company creating a frozen trash box for home use. The product was displayed in the Tsutaya Electric stores and received a lot of backers through media canvas. So here's an example of media experience that was held before the project was published. By having the article published on the day the project went public, so we are able to get a lot of backers on the first day. So green funding features any audio-related projects such as speakers and earphones. So online screens alone cannot fully convey the quality and power of the sound. However, when you actually experience, you can immediately feel the goodness. So we have also acquired the knowledge to maximize the effectiveness of such retailers or service. So the crowdfunding is very useful tool to developing new products and for pre-promotion. However, it also requires preparation and management to be successful. So we are pleased to launch this program in order to scale up our knowledge. In the future, we would like to work with Nishi Nihon Shimbun and increase the number of various partners in order to create crowdfunding to scale up general sales of the Japanese side. So we look forward to work with you to bring good Asian products to Japan. Thank you very much for your kind attention, and sorry again for my electronic trouble. Thank you so much.
OK， 掌声献给我们的Anasawa-san。Thank you, Mr. Anasawa-san, for sharing. Your presentation is very impressive. The next one we will have Mr. Sean from iiiNNO, who has done crowdfunding in Japan from Taiwan through green funding, and Mr. Candy from Kokimai, who's planning to do the crowdfunding through.
Okay. All right. Thank you, iiiNNO office, and thank you to Tsutaya Bookstore. And I believe many of you are here today because we share the same love and passion for city Taipei and Japan, which is why it was really a great experience for me to enroll this 3 weeks Japanese celebration. In a way, we got to learn more about how things are usually get done in Japan, and also to help us to get more prepared in a way so we can launch our product in Japan market via crowdfunding. So also many million thanks to Tsutaya Bookstore. Just like Anazawa-san mentioned earlier, even before we launching our product in Japan, they already brought our product into the local stores. So we get to know our customer locally better. So it was a really great experience, and how cool it was to showcasing our product in Japan before we physically get in there. Okay, so a little background to myself and the product. So I'm Sean. I founded a startup company 5 years ago, and meanwhile established a brand called Bluebeard Studio. And to bring this product to the market, which is called iiiNNO, we developed that in a way. So this is iiiNNO, and the reason for it was because we discovered in the market, people like you and I, we're extremely busy, right? So we actually give 90% of ourselves to the family and work, and leaving only 10% for ourselves. So we miss out the good around us all the time, and neglect what we really care and want for us. So what if we can change that, right? What if we can change that for you? So you never have to worry about having a cold coffee again in the office. And even when you're in a nice restaurant with your friends gathering, it's not okay to take more photos with them and even post those pictures on Facebook or Instagram. And before you start eating them, and you can listen to stories more and not to worry about your food getting cold, because after 10 minutes later, it's still warm and nice as it should be. But just about 5 years ago, we were having no clue. Really, got to try out a lot of things, like this little guy right here. But we believe everything began with an idea, right? So you're gonna start somewhere. So we tried out many things, including this project called the To-Go Cup. In short, the purpose of it was to solve a carrying problem. So when we are on the go for a takeout from Starbucks, for example, we can carry our coffee and dessert on the way with just one hand. How cool was that, right? But apparently, it didn't work out well, right? So it didn't get us far. So that's when we really started to rethink ourselves, right? What is the core thing? If we are going for crowdfunding, we got to prepare for the core design and technology. So what is really the core technology for ourselves? So we discovered three things that are important, we think is great to share with you here. Number one is the passion to finding your market problems. And number two is a team and consultant who can help you to go further. That's also very important. And number three, a very good website or platform to help you launching your product. So when we're on the second round with our second chapter, we decided to dream bigger, right? And by doing so, we're really raising up our threshold criteria by bringing more and more energy and originality when designing our product. And by doing so, we are very fortunate and happy to receive some awards along the path. And completed our first crowdfunding campaign in Taiwan, Taiwan. And secondly, we finished up the Kickstarter. And of course, the most recent green fund in Japan. And there was just so much to do for us that we couldn't complete at once. And not to mention hours of consultation were taken online just to help us getting more prepared for crowdfunding. So in short, Office really provided us a great fundamental knowledge for Japan, so we do not just enter the market and get lost. Whereas Tsutaya Bookstore and Green Funding provided us great practical marketing experiences, really step by step to walk us through all the details while crowdfunding. So we can better, connect our ideal product to the market of Japan. So we are very happy and fortunate with altogether, we've shipped out our product to 48 different countries and reached more than 900 backers worldwide. And the bottom line, we were able to really get 49% of market traction from Japan and US. So it was really great experience because with Green Funding and Tsutaya Bookstore, we were even able to get prepared within just six weeks, from 0% to 100%. And so we can have this opportunity, to really introduce our whole life effort item, which is the world's first temperature controlling magic plate to really keep your food and drink warm like never before. And we wanted to provide multiple solutions, right? So for now, not only coffee, even a lunchbox can be kept warm, as a perfect preference. And with app or without app, you can just use one finger, one touch on the item, to reheat, to resume your ideal temperature. And even with app, now you can keep track of your water intake information, so you get to drink and eat healthier day by day. So since it remains what you desire all the times, we don't miss out the good no more. So I want to thank you very, very much again for giving us this opportunity to really introduce ourselves and to share the really great experience about crowdfunding and bring our product into Japan. If you're looking something really cool, crowdfunding is always a place where you can go. And if you start out like me, I wish you the best in the future, that you can successfully bring your product to the market via crowdfunding. Thank you.
Thank you, Sean.
That'll be all.
掌声送给 Sean. Okay, thank you, Sean, for sharing a very inspiring and successful story of item. I think in Sean's case that you can definitely, get a feel of the crowdfunding, the power of that, and definitely please seize the opportunities that we can make our life a big difference through the crowdfunding, also with the help of iiNNO Taiwan and also the Green Funding Group. Okay. The next one, the pitch session will continue. We welcome companies looking to expand in Japan through crowdfunding. Now we have, Candy, yeah. And let's talk about, let's start your pitch session, please. Thank you.
Thank you. So hello everyone, I'm Candy, co-founder of Mindview. And now we are about to rebrand ourselves to Kogi Mind. So I'm honored to do the sharing today in this exciting event. So Mindview is a company to improve the life quality of people by delivering wellness where it begins in the mind. So it is a one-stop mental health platform incorporated with a wearable that provides biodata, analysis, recommendations, and marketplaces. Mindview interprets the inner state of people with an academic-backed research algorithm. We help people make measurable improvements in their mental wellness by providing proven wellness activities, measuring their impact, and providing quantitative feedback to each individual. So last year, we were excited to be accepted by the Acceleration Camp, jointly organized by iiNNO and Startup Lab Lagoon in Okinawa. It was an inspiring journey that opened the doorway to the Japanese market. And the first things we learned in the program was the etiquette of doing business in Japan, and it was very useful to our onward journey. We deeply appreciate all the efforts made by iiNNO and Startup Lab Lagoon to make the program successful. And in the demo day, we got to know about green funding and various startup hubs in the Japanese cities. And particularly, we got the opportunity to have a very fruitful dialogue with the representative of Fukuoka City to have a better understanding of the ecosystem there. So to most foreign startups, Japan is a highly developed and modernized place. However, it is a very localized market. It is necessary to build trust before doing business with the local entities. And this comes along with other hurdles like high living costs, the language problem, the business cultures, and etiquette. In addition, having networks and connections in Japan will be essential in doing business. And that is that part we are missing now. So fortunately, we got another pathway that saved us a lot of landing and learning costs. So with the assistance of iiNNO, we got connected to Green Funding and Tsutaya Taiwan. A very sincere discussion have been initiated since early this year. And in August, I moved from Hong Kong to Taiwan and had a meetup with Tsutaya Taiwan personally. In the meeting, our project was evaluated in every detail to make sure we meet the Japanese standard. I think to us, the most intriguing part is that we are able to enter the Japanese market with our Taiwan subsidy. The Green Funding campaign will help us to achieve the goal of gaining the presence in Japan and establishing the initial customer base in the market. So working together with Green Funding and Tsutaya Taiwan is not just for launching a campaign. It is actually an access point to the Japan market. Thank you very much. That's my sharing today.
Okay, thank you, Candy from Kogi Mind. So, who's also planning to do crowdfunding through Green Funding in the future. Thank you, Candy. So now it's time for the pitch sessions. Let's welcome Mr. Martin of Masa Life. So this will be about we welcome company looking to expand into Japan through crowdfunding. Back to you, Martin.
Hello. Good afternoon, everyone. So thank you for inviting me. It's my pleasure to be here today for the ceremony. So my name is Martin Chu, and I'm the founder of MASA, and we provide comfort life through innovation, especially technology innovation. So our product is a massager, right? Everyone familiar with massagers. But the difference is it's the first smart massager in the world and in the market as well. So it's the first time where we can have the machine, the massager, to tailor-made your experience for you specifically, meaning that it can massage you anywhere you want, regardless of your body frame or the preferences of massage. So why do we do it? In Taiwan, more than 50% of people who buy a massage chair, they stop using it after a few months and eventually become a place where you have clothes on. Like, anyone familiar with this thing? Okay, yep. So it's a weird thing because it's not cheap and it consumes a huge amount of space at home. So we did an investigation and we asked those people, why did you buy a massage chair but stop using it after a couple months? And we have a common feedback from them saying that because they think this massage chair did not massage the place they want to be. Okay, because we all have different body frame. Okay, we all have different body conditions. So no one machine, no one massage chair can actively adjust itself according to your need until now, until we make it. So the concept we built up is we call flexible route design, okay, compared to conventional fixed route where it just go up and down. In MASA, we have the ability to control the massage area anywhere on the back. Okay, it's the freedom. It's the first time we break the limitation of the massage machine. So you have the freedom to control the speed, the direction, the force, just specifically 100% to your need. But when something becomes so flexible and free, is it gonna be hard to use, right? We don't want a computer to control the machine. So no, we take another idea. We take one of the most advanced and smart human invention in the world called joystick. Okay, it's been used in video games. It's been used in controlling aircraft. Now we put it into massager. So with the joystick alone, you are able to control it so smoothly, instantly, to anywhere you want to massage yourself. Since most of the time, you know what you really want. So we give you the freedom and the control for you to do whatever you want. So again, can the product be simple and intuitive, but powerful and feature-rich at the same time? Yes, it can. By connecting to the phone, you don't just get more modes, more specifically designed with physical therapies, massage functions. You actually, the first time, you can design your own massage mode. So you move beyond customization. It's 100% fully tailor-made of what you really want. And by next year, you will be able to sell it or send it to your friend what you designed for. And after that, we'll be starting to build a community of the entire massage area. So everything we mentioned before, all the powerful features and this innovative design, we have to choose to put into a large massage chair or small one. And we choose a small one because we believe space is important. By making it small and compact, you have more space at home to enjoy your life. So we put it into a compact space, massage cushion, okay? So you can use it on office chair, on bed, on the sofa, or even on the ground. And it can be stored almost anywhere, even a small gap between your furniture. So it's easy to use, easy to store. So last year, in the fourth quarter, we started our crowdfunding campaign here in Taiwan. And we reached $700,000 US. and during the time, we also faced two big challenges. So the first challenge is, as you can see, massage cushion or mattress in the market is not a new category. So existing product in the market, we can even find some, like the product with below $100. So extremely competitive, red ocean, okay? And then we're selling $252. So you can see. And most people who back our product are unable to experience it beforehand because we are a massage machine. So experience is a big part of it. And most people have to buy it before experience it. And those two limitations, even with those two limitations, we still get it to reach 700K. So we proved that in this market, there are so many different massage equipments and machines, but still, people are looking for a better one. People are looking for a more value-added product, not a cheaper one. So there's still room for that, and we found it. So again, it's all about connection. It's about connecting you to the machine instantly, easy, to fulfill exactly what you need and you wish for. It's about connecting to your family, having a great family time every day after work. And it's about connecting to the world, to upgrading, keep upgrading the software, keep upgrading the system, and connect to the community. So if you believe that creating value is more important than just price competition in the market, selling the same equipment. If you believe that delivering a unique user experience through innovation is important. If you believe that providing a tailor-made service for everyone because you treat everyone special is important, then we have the same idea and concept. And with that in mind, I believe our product can help you to share your value and ideas to the globe. So we're Masa. Thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, Martin. I want a joystick of yours. That's really something. And I want to introduce you to my dad, who's a founder of the massager, all kinds of massagers. That's wonderful. Thank you again. Thank you, Martin. Okay, next, Fukuoka City, the most startup-friendly city in Japan, will introduce its startup support policies. 次に日本で最もスタートアップに優しい都市である福岡シティがスタートアップサポートポリシーを導入します。Now let's pass time to Mr. Anazawa. Okay, right now on the screen that's Miura-san, right?
Yes.
Okay, now Miura-san is from the Fukuoka City, who will spend the time to talk about the startup visa by Fukuoka City. Miura-san, please, dozo.
Yes, hello everyone. I'm Miura from Fukuoka City. Thank you for the introduction. First of all, thank you for giving us this great opportunity to talk about our city at this great event. Thank you, David. Thank you, Anazawa-san. I really appreciate it. Okay, let me start explanation. Okay, let's start with the introduction of Fukuoka City. Fukuoka City is located in the center of East Asia, which continues to develop and has a population of 1.6 million, making it one of the largest cities in Japan. We have the highest population growth rate among Japanese cities, and unlike other Japanese cities, we have a large number of young people.
Okay, you may proceed. Yes.
Okay, sorry for the trouble. Let's continue. In addition, the office rent and the prices are low here, which makes Fukuoka a very suitable city for starting a new business. Especially recent weakening yen, the prices are even cheaper and cheaper. So it's a time. Next, please. And Fukuoka City is rich in nature. Next, please. Not only in suburban area, but also in the city center. Next, please. Also, we have delicious cuisine for international tourists. Next, please. And we have also history of 2,000 years and many temples and shrines. Before the outbreak of COVID, many international tourists came every year, mainly from Asia. Next, please. Okay, let's move to development of startup ecosystem and our startup support. Next, please. Fukuoka City has taken various measures in 3 phases: Startup 0, Startup 1.0, Startup 2.0 for the ecosystem. I will introduce main policies. Next, please. In the first phases, we showed Fukuoka City's prospect, and we declared the Startup City Fukuoka with leading entrepreneurs and investors. Next, please. And we also attracted the largest pitch event in Japan, B-Dash Camp, for startups of seed and early stages. Next, please. In the second phase, Startup 1.0, in 2014, Fukuoka City was designated a national strategic special zone for global startup and job creation. Next, please. Designated as a national strategic special zone, it's made a relaxation of regulation and systematic reform. It widely became a startup-friendly environment that they could be much more active. What's our main policy of the phase at Startup 1.0 was? Next, please. We set up a startup cafe to increase the number of startups with the cooperation of Tsutaya. This startup cafe has been used for many people as one-stop hub, providing various support for startups, their business, and matching partners. Since it's opened in October 2014, it has been creating 681 companies so far. Next, please. And we also have initiative to attract entrepreneurs from overseas, such as startup visa, tax reduction, and even subsidy for their residence and office. Next, please. And we have signed MOU with global startup partners in 11 countries and regions for mutual startup support. Next, please. Among the partners, especially Taipei City and Fukuoka City has a strong connection, and we have been collaborating since we signed MOU for mutual startup support in 2017. Next, please. Here is some example. In 2019, GoFace, Taiwanese startup, launched their business in Japan in Fukuoka City. And also, iiiNNO Bank from Taiwan has been launched in Fukuoka City recently. Next, please. And we also go outside to global startup events such as Thrush in Helsinki or Latitude in Estonia in search of a business opportunity. Next, please. In Taiwan, we have been joined Meet Taipei and iiiNNO. Next, please. In the phase of Startup 2.0, we focused on startup ecosystem. Next, please. We open startup support incubation, Fukuoka Growth Next, so-called FGN. FGN has their own acceleration program, mentoring and events that's collaborating other startup support institutions in Fukuoka. It houses 178 companies, including sponsors, and functioned as a center of Fukuoka startup ecosystem. Since it opened in 2017, the amount of their fundraising are 28 billion Japanese yen. Next, please. And also, there is a cafe and bar inside as a networking spot where a startup could have interactive communication. Next, please. And we also set up Global Startup Center in FGN. that could provide consultation for both Fukuoka startups to expand their business globally and the international startup to enter Japan market. Next, please. In particular, Global Startup Center is supporting for startup visa, localizing their product for Japanese market, procedure of companies establishment, business matching, pitching opportunity. Next, please. And please feel free to contact them at Global Center if you are interested in business expansion in Fukuoka, Japan. Next, please. And we organize global business matching event collaborating with our global partners. In 2020, Mayor Takashima and the Taiwanese Digital Minister Audrey Tang had an online session at the event. Investors and the startups have joined the event from all over the world for networking and business matching. Next please. And to the next phase, Startups 3.0. Fukuoka City has been continuously supporting the startup to build the startup ecosystem based on Fukuoka. Next, please. Fukuoka City's initiative providing intensive startup support have been evaluated by Japanese government again and selected one of 4 global startup cities in Japan, which means we can also receive national government support. By utilizing all the assets and resources we have, we continuously support startups both locally and globally, collaborating with our global partners so that they could become leading startups. Next, please. Thank you very much for your listening. Sorry for the inconvenience.
Don't worry about that. Thank you, Mr. Miura-san, for your presentation, which I believe that is actually bringing everybody here a clearer pictures of Fukuoka cities, which is the most yasashi, the most friendly startup cities in Japan. Thank you. 好的，我们今天的 last but not least, we will move down to the we'll leave the time to David, who's also one of the hosts of the whole programs. David, now over to you to wrap up and also to share more about the program next step and how partner can get involved. Back to you, David.
I'm one step away from your dessert, your weekends, so I'm going to be very quick. Key information is if you are a VC, we're looking to partner. I know there are quite a lot of VC today. So we will offer early access to look at the great deal flow that we're currently engaging with. So that's one way we can work with VC. So if you are a design studio that doesn't have manufacturer, don't worry. We want to work with you. We're currently looking for strategic design capabilities, a team that can work with us with 4 to 6 projects per year. We're also very excited that on this trip, Anazawa-san and our team, we actually visit some OEM manufacturers here in Taiwan. So OEM will not only produce and promote their own product, and we are launching a specially designed corporate services for OEM companies, such as high-level design concept, such as validating their prototypes, and most exciting, we will even engage in co-R&Ds by accessing IPs in Japan and bringing all of them together. If you are a startup team, join our next pitch day that we will announce very soon. And we're also very excited that we will soon be launching our website, and we already have a Facebook group going. So if you're really interested in get to know more about us, please contact Anazawa-san online, our teams offline, and our team are online. And then we will see you soon at the next event. So back to you, Stefan.
All right, thank you, David. Okay, now thank you for David's wrap up. Let's give him the big hands, please.